Hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, first of all, this is the first ever installment of my new podcast called Game 7. And I am Jacob Curtis, the host, the one and only. And this is my sports podcast. So it's my first time, so bear with me. It might sound a little cringy, but I'm going to try my best. And let's get started. First topic of the day. Game 3 to be correct, of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. And I watched some of that game. I watched a little bit of it. And what I saw was a lot of up and downs, a lot of no-shows for the Golden State Warriors. If I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'd be worried. You need Kevin Durant. You need Klay Thompson. You need Andre Iguodala to be 100%. You need Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, to be healthy to win this title. Because from what I heard from Kendrick Perkins, from the tweet I saw, yes, I did. I'll be on the internet looking at tweets. What he saw after that game was Toronto wasn't jumping around. They weren't high-fiving each other, smiling. They were locked in. And if I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'd be worried about that. You don't want a team that's locked in. You don't want a team that's going to be, that wants that title. They're hungry. This is fifth straight finals. Don't take this for granted. If I'm the Golden State Warriors, you don't want that kind of hovering over your head. You got to be ready. Game time. It's a must win for next game. And most people thought, well, this game's gonna be over in 5. They're gonna win it in a sweep. Not this time. Most times, Golden State Warriors have been fortunate to have teams like Cleveland last 4 years injured. Some other things, people, that's debatable, but that's another debate for another day. Kyrie leaving. So when you see these things happening to the Golden State Warriors, then they're not used to this kind of thing. This is the first time they've got hit with it. If you had Chris Paul get injured last year, then what was next? But now it's backwards. Now it's flipped around. Now we're gonna see what happens. The last player that have that many points to ever be scored in a losing effort was LeBron James last year, after scoring 51. And we all know what J.R. Smith did in that game. Ooh, that's a nail biter right there. But if I'm the Raptors, just stick with the game plan. Kawhi Leonard's going to have to keep going, play strong. He's going to have to pull LeBron James himself if he wants to win this finals. He's got to play hard. He's got to show up. He's got to hit big shots. I know he ain't 100%, but then that's where role players come in. You can't have an up and down game. One guy, somebody has to show up every game. Danny Green. Spicy P. Spicy P, I love that name. Kyle Lowry. Who else? Ibaka, who has been to the finals with Kevin Durant in 2012. There's a lot of key players. There's a lot of players on there that have some experience. Not too many. Not like the Golden State Warriors, where the whole entire team has been to 5 straight finals, and the majority of them. But for them, they have to be ready, engaged. Next game, they're going to be coming strong. Think about the Golden State Warriors. Once they, put their foot on the pedal, it's hard to stop. And we've seen it. Game 2, when they went on a 20-0 run. People expected that. Me personally, I did not expect that. I felt like the Raptors should win Game 3, and they did, and they needed to. And they split just as much as Golden State split. So this series is going to go the distance. I believe it's going to go 7 games. I got Toronto winning 7 games, but I wouldn't put all my chips on them. Anything can happen. I mean, this is a well-greased, oiled team, So this team is going to be ready. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to be ready to push the tempo. I mean, Steph Curry, for a minute, at times I doubted him. Was he really that good? Could he step up in big moments? And he did, 47 points. When he can go off, he can go off. He got the on-switch. I didn't really think he really had it. I mean, I've seen the last, 4 years, if you think about it. The first one, Iguodala won it. If Draymond Green had got suspended, maybe Draymond Green would have won it, and then KD won the last 2 Finals MVPs. This is where Steph Curry can put himself in that conversation. But it depends all on him. But sometimes it's all about teamwork. Defense wins championships. And right now, Toronto's playing that. They're playing teamwork. They're playing great defense. They're doing things that the Golden State Warriors are known for doing. But Golden State Warriors are hit with injuries right now. And hey, that comes with the game sometimes, You win by injuries, you lose by injuries. And that's what it is. It happens that way. But that's no excuse. You got a great coach. You still got great players. Decent players. There's no, to me personally, what I'm trying to say, there's no excuses for the Warriors. I'm not going to give them an excuse. It happened. I mean, Kyrie and Love got hurt in 2015 in that finals. Doesn't matter. You still got to play what you got. I mean, they're saying KD's coming back. I personally believe he's not coming back. I don't think he really should if he has to. I mean, I'm not saying to be biased with the Raptors, but if he comes back, he might hurt himself. And he might just end up leaving anyway. So, I mean, that's another topic we can get into next right after that. Is he going to leave? If I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'm focused more on Klay Thompson. The guys that have always been there. Andre Iguodala. I would actually even focus on DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie. That's a player you really want to re-sign. Where with KD, I would let him rest as much as he can. And if that team is good enough, the Golden State Warriors are good enough to push it to a Game 7, then you can probably bring back a Kevin Durant for like a Game 7 or a Game 6. It's possible. I don't know if I would really push him for Game 4 on Friday. I think Golden State could win that game with just Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala leading that team. Boogie might, bounce back, have a big game. But I saw that coming, though. First game, no doubt. He had a flu game. He had a good game. Came out, played great in Game 2. But we saw he hadn't played in almost 6 weeks. And boom. All and behold, look at that. He didn't play good in Game 3. So you got to give props to Toronto. They probably played good defense. They, watched the playback, looked at film, kind of saw what they were dealing with, and they played in their favor. If I'm Klay Thompson, I would wait one more game too, because I'm personally thinking that Golden State can win this game easily next game by themselves. They don't really need them back and rushing them back. I think they can pull it off. It's a big risk. It is. It's a very big risk. But I would take that risk. Steph Curry, you got that crowd. Once those three start draining, maybe everyone else, they can get one more player. They just need one player. Maybe Andre Iguodala has the next big game. But I would take that risk. And then after Game 5, maybe start thinking about bringing Klay Thompson back if he can do it. Kevin Durant, I don't really know about Kevin Durant. That guy, it's up to him. I think if he's really that good, if he's really that healthy enough to go, you do it. You push it. But I don't know if I would risk it. If I were him, business-wise, I wouldn't. Because most people are going to say anything about him anyways. Well, if they win, he's going to get a third ring. He's going to get his third championship. But are they going to really say is he a really crucial piece to this team? Probably not. Personally, no. Because this team got by the finals without him before, and they did it without him this time. They swept the Portland Trailblazers easily. I was surprised Portland didn't put up no effort. They were up 17, 18, 15. Should be, but that's just what a good team like the Golden State Warriors, who are a championship team, they're built from top to bottom, and they can do this. So I would put pressure on them. No excuses. They should win next game. And I don't really think they need Kevin Durant or Klay Thompson. They got enough pieces to get it done. They got a good coach. Come on now. No more excuses for the Golden State Warriors. It's go time. And they should be able to win this next game. But if they lose the next game, no doubt, it's pretty much over after this. But I think that's a risk to take for injury-wise, because if they can win next game, this will go to distance and you can use them for more valuable games. Game 5 in Toronto could be a very crucial game. Very, very crucial game. That's the game you want to watch. That's the game everybody's going to want to be looking at. So if I'm people, I'll be paying attention to that game. This next game Friday, it's kind of a typical game. I expect Golden State to win that game easily and pretty much knock that out. But let's get to the next topic. What about the Cleveland Browns? Oh, man. Believeland, I like to call them, back when LeBron was there. And that whole shenanigans going on. I'll make a prediction. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to be good this year. I think they make it to the playoffs. I think they make a little run. I don't expect them to make a big run. I don't think no AFC Championship game, no Super Bowl. Definitely not Super Bowl champs. But I think they can make a splash and make it to the playoffs. Baker Mayfield, ooh, that's the one player you want to watch. I like him. He got a good little ego to him a little bit. But he puts up the numbers. He can play. He puts his money where his mouth is. And I like his game. Well, when it comes to OBJ, man. For him, this is a prove-it season for him. Last time he was in the playoffs, dropped open passes. I mean, for a guy who has probably the most greatest catch of all time, dropping passes in a playoff game. So for him, he's got a lot to prove this year, especially with that whole New York Giants thing going on and this and that. I mean, I'm excited for the new NFL season. My Arizona Cardinals, is my favorite football team, who got the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray, who I think is going to be a great player. If I'm Cardinals fans, jump on board. Just believe in the guy. The guy is going to be special. I know he is. I know he's small, short. Everybody's worrying about his knees. Is he going to get hurt? Yeah, that's a possibility, but that can happen with any quarterback. This guy, I think he's going to be a game changer. I don't expect us to be last in the NFL. I expect us to have a good season. I don't think we won't make the playoffs, but I think at a 9-7 record, maybe 8-8. He's going to win some games. He has a nice arm. He's a strong arm. He can do it. You just got to believe in him. But, people need to understand that this is a new era of football. You need a mobile quarterback. No more sitting in the pocket, especially with now these days no one invests in offensive line. There's only 3 great offensive lines, and the rest are all just pretty much trash offensive lines. You need to start building for a quarterback that can be mobile and have an arm. Not everyone gets the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's. But if you can get a good young quarterback that's mobile, can move, you're built for the future. Yeah, we're looking for the next we're looking for the next Russell Wilson, things like that. But you got to understand that when it comes to these quarterbacks, you got to be, like I said, you got to be mobile. You got to have a quarterback that can move, can be lethal, can use his feet. Because that throws off defenses, especially with the defenses now. The NFL is getting good with their defense, I believe. I mean, you've seen the Baltimore Ravens, the Seahawks, and what they had before. I mean, the best ideal team you can want to be is like the Seattle Seahawks of 2012 and 2013. Those teams right there are really good teams, and people are trying to build that. And that's how teams should be building, in that trajectory, into that direction. Yeah, I used a big word there. I hope I used it right. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, but I'm a little excited about that. Good, good football season coming on. It's gonna be a lot of stories. It's gonna be a lot of funny things. A lot of drama coming on. You got the whole AB thing in Oakland. The Oakland Raiders, they better get their act together too. Who else? Especially the division my team's in, the NFC West. A lot of surprising teams. Let's see how the Niners are. Jimmy G. See if he lives up to the hype. You got paid all that money. You better play good this year. No more. I understand you got hurt last year, the ACL tear, but you gotta put your game up and speak, because right now you got a lot of money. You getting paid like that, you better play good. For example, like Kirk Cousins. Ugh, come on, paid him all that money. I'm happy the Cardinals didn't take him. I'm glad. I'm really glad they didn't take him. They didn't pay for that much money. Now we're starting to see how that doesn't work. You need a really good quarterbacks, and there's some good ones out there, and you can tell. We all saw it coming. Come on now, we all saw it coming.